sweet brown girl.
Hello.
How y'all doing this week? Pretty good. How was your week this week?
It was very hectic. I had a very hectic week at work. I had like back meetings, like literally Monday through Friday. I probably hosted at least 5 meetings per day. Every day.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's tax time. It's a lot of stuff.
Oh, that is true.
So, I mean, my particular department is changing its name, so we had to have a lot of meetings about that. A lot of crazy stuff was going on. It was a little hectic this week. But I'm gonna lie. It was a rough one. But it's all right.
You got your week.
I'm off tomorrow. Yay!
Nice. Well, that's President's Day. No, I'm still battling my little sniffles. And this, I'm going to look up the coronavirus symptoms. I'm just push that on anybody, but it's something that's going on that's been going on a lot of people, you know, like my nurses and things like that. So, you know, but for the most part, I'm keeping it moving. Still keeping this weekend, so I'm going to get back.
Oh, that was good. How was you doing this week?
I was doing good. I was so happy that my kickoff meeting was moved to this week, so I didn't have to go last week. I was going down tomorrow to Boston. But other than that, it was a nice week. I had like a few meetings sporadically, but it wasn't a whole lot of stuff. It was more like an organizational week. In my meetings and some of my whatever certain things are coming up and certain things are going to put in place. So it was a good week for me.
So we're going to start off this week. Let's talk about
it. Okay, so first what we have to do is talk about I know that everybody has seen a whole lot of ads on TV with Bloomberg. The only one that has ads to him. He's the only one that has ads. So Bernie Sanders wants to make it clear to him that just because you have this money with all these ads does not mean that you're going to be president. I know Bernie Sanders said that. However, I looked up at Bloomberg per se, and like what he stood for, and some of his initiatives and things like that. And I don't know. I think he may be in the runnings. I really don't. I don't think so. I don't really, some policies that he has that I don't agree with. Like I don't agree with the stop and frisk. Exactly. I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with his stop and frisk policy, but the reason why Mayor Bloomberg, I'm calling him mayor, is because he was the mayor
for 3 terms.
Yeah, he was a very popular mayor. Not only that, him and Obama were very, 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 very close constituents.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bloomberg also has a lot of money. He's rich. That's why you see his ads on TV all the time, because a lot of his money that he's spending out of his own pocket. That's why you see more ads from him than anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the funny part is, I don't think he's a horrible candidate. I really don't.
But I look back at like his family values, and even going back to his father and teaching them about giving back and, you know, being like the entrepreneur that he is, and then like just his grassroots and growing up. It just shows something about his character. I just can't get with the stop and frisk of anybody, especially not when you target it against black or brown people, meaning African Americans or Latinos, when you have a specific type. So that's... No, I don't agree with that. I can't agree with that. I don't know if he's changed those views, but, you know, he was behind it.
Well, according to some reports last week, no, he matter of fact, they had a tape of him talking about the whole stop and frisk thing. I don't think he's changed his views on that whatsoever.
No, I don't agree with him being president. Because you're not just a president of just your values, you're a president of the whole United States. I'm straddle on that one. Only because some people that stopped and frisked, and I'm not even saying this on just because I'm like saying you don't stop people because they're black or whatever else. But a few times, if you look at statistics, the ones they stop and frisk got something to be frisked for.
And sometimes it's not.
And I know because I'm one. I get stopped all the time because of my car.
You can't target.
I get stopped all the time because of my car.
I understand that, but I'm saying it's a problem when you just target it against a certain population. In my
Well, his rule doesn't specifically say only stop and frisk black and brown people.
Right.
The reason why that has been a problem with black and brown people because most of the time we all know that statistically black and brown people are stopped more than regular other people. So that's why people are saying the stop and frisk is pointed toward black people. I don't think he's ever pointed it directly toward black people, but we do know that the likelihood when somebody is going to get stopped and frisked, they're going to be either black or brown.
Because I have a problem with that though, because I mean, you can't just say the likelihood is they're going to be black or brown because at the end of the day, there are an equal amount of people committing crimes. It's not just black and brown people.
Right, but I don't think the stop and frisk thing has anything to do with it. We know that black and brown people are targeted more than regular people, but that doesn't have anything to do with the stop and frisk. The reason why the stop and frisk pertains to black and brown people is because we get stopped by the cops more. But he didn't do that. That's something that the cops have initiated.
Then I really do think that needs to be retraining, just in my opinion. Because
but guess what? I agree, but it doesn't really have anything to do with Bloomberg. That whole scenario that you're talking about is something that has been in the fabric of the police culture.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with Mayor Bloomberg. He just said he wants people stopped and frisked. He didn't say he only wants black and brown people stopped and frisked. The reason why black people get mad at that is because we are the ones that are usually stopped.
But what I'm saying is if he's behind that though, and he's not behind the police thing and culture, I understand that. But shouldn't he reiterate, or since he's behind the whole stop and frisk thing, this doesn't, just reiterate. This means everybody. It doesn't, but it seems when you look at statistics, and I look at numbers because that's what I work with. When I see trends, when I'm looking at reports or data management, wait a second. Okay, CRAs, y'all not catching this because there are a number of patients that are not returning in this medicine. Problem. So when you look at trends, when you identify that there's a problem, wait a second. I put out this stop and frisk law, but I think it needs to be some retraining.
Let me ask you this though: if you have a license to carry and you're legit, what does it matter? Whatever law is out there when you riding right, but when you riding dirty and you get stopped, there you go. So 9 out of 10, it's going to look like more of the minorities are affected by this.
But I'm not even talking about that though. When you look at the trends and you look at the statistics, and there are a number of people that are black and brown that are getting stopped and frisked, it doesn't mean that white people are.
So are you telling me that you have a trend, you have numbers to say that they stop this amount of Caucasians, they stop this amount of Asians, they stop this amount of African Americans, they stop this amount of Latino, to say that the numbers are disproportionate?
Yeah, there are numbers.
So what are they?
The numbers are, like I said, the reason why the numbers look like that is because black and brown people get stopped more than any other people.
I know they do.
So what I'm saying is, it looks. That's why I think
they got stopped before this went into effect.
That's what I'm saying. I said Bloomberg stop and frisk don't have nothing to do with it. Black and brown people have been getting stopped more than anybody else since the beginning.
And that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that it's not that the Caucasians are not doing it. It's just that they're not being stopped and frisked to be in these numbers.
Right, but
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you count how many people and what the races are for people who get stopped for anything, black and brown people get stopped more than anybody else.
Yes.
Which means the stop and frisk are going to be with mostly black and brown people because we get stopped more than anybody else.
You just answered my question now. Why even need, you just answered it. If black and brown people get stop and frisk more than anybody else, do we really need a law pushing to stop and frisk?
It's happening anyway.
It's happening anyway.
Exactly. So we don't need any, being as though the black and brown population.
Don't stop.
But can I say
Get
something?
stopped
But
and
can
You
I
throw
say
his gun out.
no? But can I say something? This stop and frisk law has
Excuse
been active for
me.
a long time. You didn't know that? That's been
But what
for
they
years
have
and
to do
years and
that.
years and years.
But people,
I do know that, but I also know that he was one of the proponents, and he was pushing for this.
Like I said, I don't agree with his stop and frisk policy whatsoever. But I think before we start pointing the finger at him, what we need to do is change the culture of policing. That's where you stop most. My whole thing is, I don't care what you do. You can make up a law and say, you know what? From now on, when we stop people, everybody gonna get a haircut. If they, just when I stop you, you getting your haircut.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what's gonna happen? More black and brown people are gonna be getting their haircut because the culture of policing is to stop us more. So what I'm saying is, I don't agree with Mayor Bloomberg's policy, but what I'm saying is, the culture of policing causes them to stop us more often. So no matter what you do, whether it's stop and frisk, whether it's stop and slap, whether it's stop and check your car, it's always going to be us more. So what I said, instead of concentrating on him saying, well, I don't like to stop and frisk. Yeah, you don't like it, but guess what? The culture of policing needs to be changed. It's not his rule. It's the culture of policing.
I just think that being as though it's the culture of policing, why does he have to stand and push for this? And be a proponent of it.
Because that's what he believes in. He believes.
we don't understand the legal ramifications.
He believes that crimes can be averted more if they stop and frisk. That is the whole thing. He believes that a lot of crimes can be averted by stopping and frisking people. That's what he believes.
Well, you know something, what I look forward to? I look forward to maybe hearing him talk a little bit more about it when we have some of the debates.
Well, maybe we have some town halls or whatever they do and whatever else.
You can hear me on it because, like I said, his policy is nothing new. This is something that he has enacted years and years. Like he enacted it in New York years and years and years ago.
Yep, I read that. Yeah.
So my thing is, I guess the bottom line to me with all of these Democratic candidates, I can find something wrong with every last one. Of course, I can find something wrong with every last one. So that might be his thing. That's my beef with him. But to me, it doesn't make him not a viable candidate because that's what he believes. Because the funny part is, if you look at his record, he was also, because people love Obama, he was in such close voting with Obama, it was almost like they was the same person. So mostly everything that Obama was for, he was for. Mm-hmm. So if you want to base, whether or not you like him, because I'm not to be smart, a lot of black people base who they want to vote for as to who they were in conjunction with. Oh, he was down with Obama.
I gotta see some policies. I gotta see how you was. I do a little bit more deeper research. That's just for me. And I know that everybody doesn't, but it's just for me because basically when you're choosing a president, what I've come to the conclusion is a lot of the times, not all of the time, if you get a good one in there, then you're lucky. You're choosing the lesser of evils.
But do you think we're actually choosing? We're not choosing.
Well, you're putting your choice on the lesser of evil. We already had the whole discussion with the president thing, so
yeah.
So we already discussed that. So.
I think what the bottom line is, I think because Bloomberg is new to certain people, a lot of people have never heard of him before. I don't know how they couldn't, but a lot of people, they don't know.
The mayor of New York.
So my thing is, do some research, read up on him. Like he said, they're going to be having town halls and more debates and stuff like that, and you can decide whether or not you like him or not. But look, according to Bernie Sanders said he ain't stunting for Bloomberg.
He didn't. Bernie thinks that Bloomberg is just throwing around a whole bunch of money and that is not really going to.
But what I don't like is I understand that it's a competition, but I don't like when they together and then they're blowing each other's back out, and then once that other person become the candidate of choice, then they want to be the running mate. You know what I mean? Like,
but guess what? That you ever heard the statement, "All is fair in love and war"?
It's politics.
It's politics.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's why you don't discuss politics and religion.
Why not? Why can't you discuss politics and religion?
No, because some people, we can discuss politics and religion. We can agree to disagree. We can straddle, and we can laugh at the end of it. However, we all have different political views. We all have different religious views. But in a setting like at work or certain places, some people take that real serious.
It may lead to animosity.
Yeah, but guess what? I don't shy away from these conversations because if you want to have it with me, I'll have it with you.
I don't shy away, but
if you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Because guess what? I believe what I believe, you believe what you believe. And the funny part is, like you said, I know that work and stuff like that is not the best place to discuss stuff like that. But I'm the kind of person, if you come up to me and you want to start a conversation about it, I don't have a problem with it. We can talk about it. Now, mind you, I'm only going to take it but so far with you. I may not, of course, I'm not going to say to them what I say to y'all. But like, if you want to talk about it, I can talk about it to a certain degree.
I'm not talking about it at all. Because it's a workplace. It's work. And there's no reason for us to talk about
but that's what, even at work though, we all talk about a lot of things at work we ain't supposed to talk about. We all do. We talk about our lovers. We talk about what we did last weekend. We talk about that dress that's on sale across the street. We talk about a lot of stuff at work we ain't supposed to talk about.
Well, I have my same way I feel about don't enter the bathroom when I'm in there. It's the same way I feel about don't talk to me about religion. Yes, my name may sound like I'm of a certain religious preference. However, nobody really knows what religion I believe in or what my faith is. And it's nobody else's business.
You're right. I agree. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on when we talk about our relationship topics because we're going to talk about how you mitigate a cool relationship with coworkers. Because I think it's very important. That's a couple of things that you brought up is bringing a lot of that stuff to mind.
So let me let y'all know this. Did y'all know that at the same time Bloomberg was doing all his fancy ads and all this weekend that Trump held a fundraiser dinner and had the price was $500,000 per couple. I was just wondering what was served at that dinner.
It don't even matter what was served because we all know the purpose of these dinners is to fundraise for his campaign. So it don't matter. They probably gave him chicken and fish like everything else. They did.
For $500,000?
Yeah. Because
it's just to give out the money.
Because people know when they go to a but you know what the funny part is? We think like regular people. People that have $500,000 to drop on a dinner,
they probably don't even
eat it.
They
They probably don't even eat the food. They there to support their
candidate.
It's
probably already in their reserves.
Yeah, they don't care. They're looking for tax shelters anyway.
That's true.
So like they don't care about what the food is like. It's just probably chicken or fish like any other dinner.
Yeah. Okay. I can't even fathom where it could have been at. You know what I mean?
Me either.
But
okay, so also this weekend, as y'all know, Nene, aka Nancy Pelosi, was asked about her. She was asked why did she show such disrespect? They asked this now during the Union of address, and she said, "I looked through it, and it was objectionable information in there that they were just letting him spew off and talk. So that was the best thing that I could do was to rip it up."
Well, the funny part is I also think that her ripping that up on TV was actually a good photo op for her.
It was.
It was a great photo op. And the funny part is I don't blame her because it's a bunch of bull.
But you notice that she does these whole shade moments right.
But I think
she does that on purpose.
Yeah. Right, but what about him not shaking her hand when she put her hand
But
out?
guess what? It's the same
so
thing.
There you go.
It's a photo op.
Back and forth.
It's a photo op. Yeah. So who cares? So much she ripped the paper up. Who cares?
I think it was just interesting that they, tried to put her. Well, that's what the news media does. They tried to put her out there saying she was disrespectful. But
they needed something. They needed something to say. But that's why I stopped even watching it. You know what I mean? And because they was like, oh, he put his hand. She put her hand out there. He walked right past her. We already know he was ignorant. So to her, it was like, okay.
I feel like
gloves are off.
Didn't we talk about like you get what you give and you get what you get? You want to be disrespectful? I can be disrespectful too. I took your speech and I ripped it up. And I'm glad everybody caught it. I'm glad everybody caught it because that's a piece of garbage. That was what she was saying. Like you said, when she gave her funny hand clap, like she don't care.
Yeah.
My thing is just like how many times have he sent out disrespectful tweets and all kinds of foolishness? So to me, whatever she does ain't no different than what he doing. What I don't like though is that I think it's sad that she has to somehow do these things to almost counteract what he's doing. So he's down in the mud, so you got to get down in the mud with him, which I understand. But guess what? Sometimes I don't want to get my hands muddy. I don't want to deal with that bull crap. But it's almost like she has to. Like if you do something stupid, let me do something stupid too.
But no. I don't equate it that way because I look at what she does it's still like a sophisticated way of doing it. He's just rotten to me. Like he's just he's just blatant and whatever. And she's like, I'm gonna just tear this one.
You know something? I really do enjoy her little antics.
I
have to say.
And I don't think she.
I just think it's sad that she has to do it though. I think it's sad that she has to do it. Because guess what? We all know, we look at politicians, we all know how regular people act. We do expect politicians to act a little bit better. You are on the news, for God's sake. We see you all the time. We want y'all just to act a little bit better.
Who can act any better than the POTUS?
But what I'm saying is, like I said, I'm sad that she has to do that. She's doing it because of the things that he's doing.
Right, but I'm glad that
she turn around and she do something that's kind of silly too. But I'm just
you
saying,
think that's silly? I thought it was.
No, but what I'm saying is, let me tell you something. Had he been anybody else, she wouldn't have done that. She does it because she's counteracting the things that.
But look what he just did to her. That's why she.
Yeah.
You hear what I just said?
I did. But I'm saying that's
she's doing it because of what he's doing.
I liked it.
Anybody else would do that. Anyone would do that. Regardless.
I don't think if she was dealing with anybody else other
Nobody
than
else
him, she would not do that.
I don't think nobody else would be that ignorant.
That's what I'm saying. She wouldn't do it. That's what I'm saying. I'm sad that she feels like she has to do it. I'm just sad that she feels like she has to do it.
I don't know. Sometimes I think you gotta get it when you give it.
I agree. But like I said, to me, the overall picture is he's an idiot. And my thing is, I know you do things to counteract what he's doing. But sometimes it's like, okay, I'm sick of both of y'all. Like, enough. Like, enough of both of y'all.
I was glad.
Enough of both of y'all.
You know why? Because he's a bully. He's a bully, and a lot of people wouldn't do anything back to him. So for her to do that, I'm like, oh yeah, I was giving her air high fives, cyber high fives. You know, because yes, give it back. And it wasn't like she was being petty.
No, but in the overall scheme of things, they can all act better. Everybody just need to act better. Act better.
Oh yeah, but you gotta
act
you
better.
Get it, you get it.
Act better.
You get it when you give it.
Sorry, I thought about it again. I was laughing.
I was cracking up when I saw it on the news. Every opportunity I got to watch it, I looked at it. I said, go ahead, I ain't mad at you.
I think she was so with it, like.
And
on camera.
No, because she's animated with it because she wants people to see what it is she's doing. Mm-hmm. She's letting everybody know, I'm disgusted with this food just as much as y'all is.
There you go, and that's what I appreciate. Thank you, Amen.
Yeah, that's the nickname that they
I appreciate it because nobody else would stand up to him. They sit there and look like gophers and stuff, you know? Go ahead. Sometimes you gotta sting them a little bit. It's petty, yeah, it's petty. But if you don't do nothing, they're going to continue with the behavior.
They're going to continue with it no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Whether you do nothing bad or not, they're going to do it anyway.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever had a disagreement with somebody? Probably not you. I'm going to speak for myself. I had disagreements with people. And then afterwards, I'd be like, I should have said this. Or I should have did that. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Because sometimes
that's what I done said.
I always be like, I'm gonna take the high road.
Oh hell no, not me.
And then when I take the high road, I be mad at myself.
Not me.
I be like, wait a minute.
Or I said, you acting like a little bitch.
You ain't say nothing. You didn't do anything. And then I be like, And after that, I be like, now you get it where you give it.
Or sometimes you gotta think about it because they be saying little. Like I noticed in one of my other meetings. The project lead she would do this passive aggressive thing, and I heard it the first time, and she was like, "Oh, you had the database was this one, you took you this long to get timelines, wow!" But she be saying it under her breath, so I had to think about it after the fact. The meeting, I was like, "Did she really just say that?" Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next meeting, I was prepared. When she started saying, I started counteracting. No, that's not what happened. You got this to me on this date. I was like prepared, but sometimes like the little sly stuff.
Yeah.
People do get through.
Well, I tell you this, and like I said, to me, although I think it's one of my biggest attributes, it's also one of my fallbacks. Because I'm gonna tell you what a coworker said to me. She said, Sue, you are the queen of the clapback. She said, you don't even know you be clapping back. She said, I wish I had a little bug I can put in my ear. She said, because some of the things that come out of your mouth, I wish I was quick enough to say it, and I never am. She said, I wish I had a button that I can push whenever I'm in trouble, that I can push the button, you can hear what they say to me, and you can say something, I can hear it, and then I can say it back to them. I said, but you know what the funny part, all that, you might look at that's an attribute, sometimes it's not. Because the funny part is, I come back, you come at me, I'm coming right back at you, right then, right there. I'm not the kind of person that got to go home and think about it, or say, oh, Dad, I wish I would. No, I done said it. Now, mind you, sometimes I go home and say, damn, I wish I hadn't said that.
What about the I put under the breath like last minute?
I'm going to address it right then and right there.
Right.
See,
So that right there, I want to say that.
Sometimes I gotta think about, like, did she really just?
No, I gotta think about
So
that.
then now let's put that in Nene perspective.
She clapping back.
Listen, I'm not mad at her clapback. I just said I think it's sad that she has to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's sad that she's dealing with a fool that say crazy stuff, and she feels like she has to do all this stuff to let people know that I don't like what he's saying either. I think it's sad. I think the overall picture is sad.
The overall picture is
picture's horrible.
But I enjoy her clapback.
All right, Nene, aka Nancy Pelosi, we gonna make you an honorary.
Please don't say it.
We got to.
No, we not.
We gonna make you a. You gonna
She
be
ain't
a.
gonna be no honorary sister ever.
I didn't say
Honorary sister. Please don't say that.
I thought you was gonna say that.
Like I say, let me finish my
Honorary
sentence.
clapback.
No, not no honorary clapback. She gonna be our, like we did 3 brown girls. She gonna be +1 for a day. We gonna make her +1, the vanilla girl.
No, she can't be. I'm sorry.
She is
I don't
vanilla.
know with her like that. Sorry.
Okay, I like you, Nancy.
I like her, but she can't be one
You
of
can be
the brown girls. I'm
+1.
sorry.
You can be +1 with me. We can go to famous
But
days.
that's what I just
Have
said.
some barbecue.
You trying to make her. You
You know,
know,
she
trying to make her sister. You can't do that.
I didn't make us because I want to go and eat with her. Then we can.
No.
Can you imagine her and Judge Judy together?
Let's go.
I would
to
love to
barbecue,
see
girl.
her and Judge Judy together.
Oh,
I would love that.
Oh, that's a
I would
TV
love
show.
that. That's a great combination. Look, that's just showing the making right there.
I don't make
I
anybody
would watch that show.
honorary brown girl because they not brown.
No.
You didn't grow up the way I did, but shoot, we can sit down and have a conversation. I'm not prejudiced. We can converse with some barbecue.
I bet baby seriously she wants to eat barbecue.
She ain't never had no famous days.
No. Let's get back to something else.
What?
She
Barbecue.
said barbecue.
Barbecue what?
Dallas.
Oh my gosh. Listen, let me tell y'all something. We went, okay, I'm trying not to have your mouth watering with this, but we went to go see Wendy and we ate at this place called DC Barbecue. Why is
Dallas barbecue?
Oh, sorry, Dallas Barbecue. Why this place is in New York, I don't know.
Named Dallas Barbecue.
Named Dallas Barbecue. And they only got these into New York. They make these wings with this sauce on it. And it's the whole wing.
No
like
buffalo.
It's buffalo flavor, but it's not all.
It's a whole wing.
It's a whole wing.
Buffalo flavor.
Yeah, I had the hot ones.
She had the hot ones.
You had hot ones. That was Hennessy.
No, I didn't have
No,
Hennessy.
she had the hot ones. I had the
wings.
sticky.
No, it was called something. No, you had Hennessy.
No, I didn't get Hennessy.
She didn't get Hennessy. She got
I
hot.
got hot ones.
I know they were hot, but the name wasn't.
No.
No.
We didn't get the Hennessy.
We didn't get the Hennessy ones.
Okay.
We didn't get the Hennessy ones.
The Hennessy ones was Hennessy with barbecue sauce. So that's what was on there. So I got the hot ones. These wings are nice and fried to perfection. And then dipped into the sauce. They melt into your mouth. Me and Lady Q was eating the wings cold.
Yeah, it was.
I fell asleep with them cracking.
Then they have a chicken noodle soup.
Oh my God.
It's
just chicken soup.
Well, it's chicken soup, but it's made with all these fresh vegetables, including carrots, and it just melts in your mouth. It's delectable and delicious.
Well, how about we give people over our view of our little getaway?
Okay.
Well, we decided, what day was that? February 6th?
Was it the 6th?
It was either 5th or the
The
6th.
6th.
I think it was the 6th. We decided we were going to go see Wendy. We had tickets to see Wendy on Thursday, I believe, which was the 7th.
Thursday.
Yeah, it was the 7th. So we left on the 6th. And we took the mega bus up to New York.
That was nice.
The mega bus was nice.
My folks that was with me had never been on a mega bus before.
No.
And that was a new experience for them. I was glad that they liked it because I was telling them, listen, that's the cheapest way to travel from Philadelphia to New York that I've ever seen.
And the mega bus is really
It's
nice.
really nice.
It don't stink like Greyhound.
No, it's a beautiful bus.
And
It's
you
nice.
can plug in and charge up all your electronic stuff. Like Lady Q had reserved us like one with a whole table in the middle.
Yeah,
so
that
it
was
was
nice.
it was really nice.
So we rode up there on a mega bus. We stayed at the Crown Plaza
That was
Hotel
nice, too.
in Times Square.
And then we could see everything.
Yeah, I stayed at that. The reason why I booked that hotel is because I wanted y'all to be like kind of like in the middle of everything, so you can, you know,
Yeah, we had a
get
great
a
view.
gauge for, you know, what's up there. So I mean, we walked around. We had a good time. We did go to eat at Dallas Barbecue. And by the way, Dallas Barbecue has fabulous drinks. I don't know if you. You are our friends on Facebook. You saw our post with our drinks.
Lord,
I had tsunami.
Yeah.
That thing was good.
Yeah.
And even Even Q's virgin pina colada.
No, that was
so
good. That was
tasty.
so tasty.
It really
Oh
was.
my
I mean, so
God.
we overall had a good time. But let's talk about our experience with Wendy. What did y'all think about the experience overall?
Okay, so I'll speak first because I probably am the one I really did enjoy seeing Wendy, but when we were going through the annex of waiting outside, y'all know I got black hair and I had to put on a scarf.
What did you enjoy about seeing Wendy?
I'm about to say it. If you could be quiet, I'm running them down.
What did you possibly? What did
That's
anybody
Okay, well,
possibly
let us
enjoy?
explain. Okay. Here's the thing. I didn't like waiting outside and it was raining and it was cold. If I get cold, then it's cold because these two get cold fast. I was cold outside and I had to put my scarf on because I didn't want to get an afro before I went in there. Then when I get into the little room where they finally, Wendy did drive by and wave high. Then when I get into the little room,
No, she drove by and was like, in her slow crawl, and you had to turn around, and she was all like, without her makeup on. She had one of her wigs on, but I thought that was very personal.
I did too.
That was very
Okay.
nice.
But I didn't like going into the room. Anybody who knows me, I'm funny about all kind of smells. So it smelled like perfume and funk mixed in one. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm enjoying it with my girls, but I'm like, okay, I'm getting that feeling, that hot feeling, and the funk is getting to me, all these smells, but I did love to see Wendy. She really does look, she looks a lot better.
She actually looks better in person.
She does.
She actually looks better in person.
I really enjoyed her hype man.
Oh, he was amazing.
Yes.
And the DJ was great. The DJ was
Well,
great.
let me just say this. I think
He wasn't better than Mr. Producer, but the DJ was good.
You know what I didn't like though? I didn't like that part of it had been pre-taped.
No.
Well, that was a problem. But the bottom line is, to me, this was typical to me for a TV setting because, first of all, I'm not a Wendy Williams fan, so I was just going for the experience. We've been to TV tapings and stuff before because basically all TV tapings is like a whole bunch of hurry up and wait. They put you in line, they put you in the room, they want you to fill out paperwork, they ask for your social security number, which I do not understand. The only reason why I think they ask for that is just in case they do give you money, they have to do a tax write-off. They
only asked for the last four though.
That's enough.
I didn't put it on here at all though because you didn't need my social security number.
But it's the last four. You can made it up. You didn't have to.
I did make it.
I made up mine too. But what I'm saying is, I still had to think, why would they ask for that? I think the reason is if you get any kind of prize or you win any type of money, they have to report it. So they
now, what I didn't like was them to try to hype us up in the beginning and say they was going to give us a $400 gift card.
I didn't either. I didn't like that. Yeah.
Did y'all believe it?
I did. The whole audience was going to get it.
I know, because when we went on the
But
game show,
let's think about it. Her studio is in basically what you would call, and that part of town is called Chelsea. What they do is that part of town used to be like an industrial area. So what they have done in that area, they've taken a lot of warehouses and they've turned them into condos and business. She basically taped in a renovated warehouse. Number one, it was cold as hell. There was no heat.
Yes, it was so
no
cold.
heat in the studio because it's cold. It's a warehouse.
And then you have to take your coats off and ball them up and put it under your chin with your pocketbook.
I think it was an experience, but the bottom line is Hollywood is nothing but a bunch of smoke and mirrors. What you think you seen, you really ain't seen. What you think looks so great really ain't that great.
The studio was really a little.
It was
low
super
budget.
small. It was low budget. I mean, it just
they didn't have enough seats to seat everybody, so we all packed up in there. Then you got your people coming in there looking like they Disney princesses, and it was just, I don't know.
It was an experience. I mean,
that's all you can.
Would I do it again? Probably not. Probably not. So,
I enjoyed the barbecue place more than the Wendy show.
Juice, super producer.
I'm kind of with you on
that. I don't think I would ever be hyped to see Wendy ever. I wasn't hyped to see her this time, and I'll never go see her again. It just, to me, it was just like, okay.
I wasn't even all scripted. I don't like the scripted part too, though.
What do you mean?
When they be like, hype it up.
Well, that's for the aesthetics of the show. They want you to make facial expressions. They want you to act over the top, no matter what she says.
Right.
But guess what? That ain't no different than the Q show when they was telling us to stand up and scream and clap and they just want you to be lively or whatever. I get it, but the bottom line is Hollywood is some bullshit. That's all it is. I mean, Hollywood is a bunch of smoke and mirrors. It's not what you think it's going to be. Because when you look at the show, you're like, oh, that set is huge. No, it ain't. You can say, oh, they having so much fun. No, they ain't. They be saying, oh, everybody get some prizes and money. No, we don't. Like, it ain't none of what you think it's going to be.
In the elevator, it's horrible. They
Oh, and then the
like
security, talk to you like you going to jail.
They overtop.
You gotta go through more than to go through there than you do at the airport.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I don't understand that. And then the way he tell you to get, I don't like people talking down to me. Everybody on the right, put your right shoulder against the wall. If you're not standing between the two, what the fuck? We in jail?
That's how they packed us on that elevator.
Yeah, well, you know what the funny part is?
I didn't like that. And I don't like the way he talked to me. And then it's like he acting too.
They take their job very seriously.
I know. He acting too. And then you sitting up there and then like he'll do a side smile with somebody else. But then he gonna come up here and looking like he major pain or some shit. Like, you know, like, come on, man, for real.
It was an experience. The funny part is, like I said, it was one for the books. But guess what? I won't be doing it.
I'm supposed to go to the Tamarind Hall show, and I feel bad, but I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it.
You're not gonna do it?
No.
But you know what? It may be different.
And guess who won't find that out? Won't find that out at all.
Well, I tell you what, like I said, it was an experience. It was fun because I did it with my homies.
Yeah, that was the fun thing.
They ain't gotta worry about me no more.
I enjoyed spending time.
They don't have to worry about me ever.
I did too, but I really did enjoy the Dallas barbecue place.
And then we ain't argue over the temperature in the room.
COCO was more enthralled with the food.
I got my Z's on, let me tell you. We ain't argue over the room temperature. We had set times when whoever got in the shower first. We had it all worked out.
Well, let me tell you something. One thing about us, we can travel together.
That ain't no kind of
problem. But guess what? Let me tell you something. You can't travel with everybody. Listen, I done traveled with some folks I wanted to kill before I was ready to go. I know one time you went on a vacation. I was laughing because I was like, she on the phone more with us than she did with the people. When you went away to, I don't want to say what trip it was, but you was away and you was like, you was talking to us all day long. I said she can't possibly be having a good time because she on the phone with us.
I opened the message as soon as I found out that WhatsApp thing. That's where it was at.
Well, we can travel together. That is for sure. We don't have no problem.
We was like, you can shower at 4:30. You can shower at 5:30. Wake me up at 6:30.
Yes, we do.
But in immortal words, I've traveled where it's been a very horrible stay. But you all probably are familiar with Sunshine. Me and her stayed in a room with another person, and she put it so eloquently to the other person we were staying with. She was like, you know something? I love you like a stepsister. Stepsister. But I can't travel with you no more. This is it.
Yeah, you can't travel with everybody. I know that to be a fact.
I know
that to be a fact.
I know. That's why I like traveling alone. And you know, everybody know I'm in network marketing. And, you know, I sell my little things on the sideline. And I love going to the annual conventions. And I have my network marketing sisters. However,
I wouldn't room with them.
I'm not rooming.
I know that's right.
They felt, I don't know, I hope they didn't feel some kind of way. But when I said I was going to Atlanta, when I was going, I said, they was like, we're going to get a suite. And we go, no, we're not.
I don't blame you.
I'm getting my own room.
I don't blame you.
When I first went to my first Mary Kay convention, they put me and my cousin in a room with 2 other people. And I looked at her after that, and I had told them, after that, I said, no, don't pre-book my room. Well, I don't care how much it is. I will, if I'm going, I will pay whatever the amount is and stay in my own room.
Well, it's funny. My husband went away a couple of weeks ago with his job. They had to go for some kind of training that they had to take or something like that. And he told me they put him in a room with one of his coworkers. And I said, they didn't ask you if you wanted your own room. He was like, no, they just put us together. I was like, thank God for the government. Because when I travel, I don't have to share anything with anyone. I don't have to so much as share a taxi, a cab, a meal, a room, nothing.
No, there's certain events with my job where they pair you up, but when you fill out your guest questionnaire, they ask you, do you have a roommate already? So, like me and a couple of people that's in my division, I don't know that they'll be my roommate. They know I'll be their roommate. It's already a given.
Yeah, but I don't want a roommate.
Then you have to opt and pay extra.
I don't want to
pay extra.
Yeah,
I don't want to pay extra.
I don't either because my job just pays for it.
But it's certain. Like I'm going to a boot camp in a couple of weeks, and 9 out of 10 I'm gonna have my own room. You know, but my thing is, it's hard. You can't just pair somebody up from Philly with someone from Arkansas, and then you're gonna say y'all gonna be roommates for 3 days.
No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing it. Because you know what? My biggest worry is I don't want to disturb you with what I'm doing because I'm the funny part. I'm not a sleeper. So I'll have the TV on up until 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. And there's some people that can't, you know, go to bed like that. I don't need to be in a room with nobody. You know, I'm not sleeping. I might be up on my phone. I might be up cracking my knuckles. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna be doing. But the funny part is I don't want to put anyone out of their comfort zone. So I need to be by myself
with the TV on all night, and I'll even sleep with the lights on.
Yeah, I need to be by myself.
Listen, because we was all away. I remember Lady Q had turned off the light. I was like,
oh, I didn't know.
That's okay. I just.
But you should have told me. I would have left it on.
Because I didn't really want to disturb nobody else, but I was so tired.
I'm usually the first one to fall asleep.
But I usually sleep with the TV on, and
I sleep with the TV.
A lamp that's on, and I keep it on. So
my thing is, I don't like sleeping in total darkness because I'm home alone the majority of the time, alone as being the adult, and I don't want to roll over and something standing next to me looking like they from Scream or something like that. I don't want nothing standing near me. I need to be able. I don't turn the hallway light out. I don't turn the bathroom light out. I don't even sleep with my door shut. I don't want to open my door and something standing there like Jason. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm home with someone else, someone that I can consider a protector, then I'm okay with that. But when I'm home and I got a man to fort, I need to be aware of everything that's going on.
I understand totally. I really do. But the funny part is, crazy me, I'm up anyway. It don't matter what time they come in, because I'll be up anyway. I would just be awake no how. Be like, that particular night, we spent the night when we was all up there. I think I went to bed at like 2:40
You didn't sleep a lot.
or 2:50. I was back up on my feet at 4:30.
Yes.
No, you wake up at 4:20. Because I woke up and said, what time
so, like, I'm always awake. I'm always on. My husband always said, you are always on 10 all the time. But like, I can't go to sleep.
Relax.
But what happens with me is, over the course of months and months and months, finally, I'll get a day where I'm just out of it. I'm going to crash. I'm going to sleep all day.
How about I woke up this morning, it had to be around 4:30, 4:28 or something around that. I thought sure it was Monday. I thought I had to go to work.
What?
I was laying there. I turned the TV on to the news so I could listen to the news while I snoozed for a few minutes. And then I was thinking about Shaheed, and I was like, Shaheed don't have school. And then I was like, what am I going to do? And then I was sitting there, and I was like, turn the news on. I'm like, where's
the people
the people? And then I see a gospel singer. She was singing church music. I said, holy shit, today is Sunday. I got some Pepsi in there. It's Sunday.
Did you hear her?
She said she got some Pepsi in there.
So I said, it's Sunday. And I said, holy damn. That was the best feeling. I almost posted it on Facebook. I said, the best part of waking up is realizing it's Sunday and not Monday.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
As we digressed.
I think we're rolling up onto our first break. When we come back, we're going to discuss some other things. So stay tuned. Grab something to eat. Grab a snack. Grab a drink. Come right back. We'll be back. We Brown Girls. We out. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Ooh, ooh.
I got to see talking. Y'all on the air.
Okay, well, we going to be back. It's time to break. It's time for
Staring at y'all.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, no, we're going to talk about some good stuff. I have some questions that I want to ask because I'll be watching Super Soul Sunday and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I just want some clarification from another perspective.